Okay, Mac, we're going to start with the highest ranked team in the ACC and I would say the craziest game of the weekend, which seems to be a theme
Oh,
for Miami. They love these crazy games. Number 6 Miami beats Louisville 52-45. They remain undefeated. They win another road game and they entertain us completely along the way. You couldn't turn that game off. And Cam Ward again was phenomenal. I think he is absolutely 100% in the Heisman. I mean, obviously been in the Heisman conversation. I think we're at the point where, unless something completely drastically changes, he's going to be in New York for sure. And
hmm
then, we'll see how the season ends. I think he has quite a few more chances to cement what he's doing. But four
sure.
touchdowns, took really good care of the football, Mac. I thought that was huge.
Yeah.
Miami just had the one turnover, was the fumble, and that was massive on the road in a tough environment. Louisville, who could score, I mean, we saw that. Thought it was really big that Miami took better care of the ball.
Yeah. No, it definitely was. And, I think just to start on, the Miami side, kind of the things you were talking right there, Cam Ward is unbelievable. He is so freaking fun to watch. His ability to create is insane. And we say it every week, but guys, like, it's crazy what he's doing. Like, it really is. The confidence that he has, he basically replicated the throw that he made against Florida, where
Yes.
he's sitting there and doesn't seem to be open, kind of floats over to the left. And then when he threw the ball, Jacoby George was on the right hash, the opposite hash. The ball ended almost to the sideline. And it's just like the vision and even just the confidence, maybe arrogance to throw that pass is crazy. And it's a touchdown. And it's just who he is. He's that good. He's that good of a dude. He has that much swagger. His control of the offense, like I said, is just insane. There's never any panic. His pocket presence is phenomenal. I mean, just slight adjustments to get out of the way. Now he got hit a little bit. I mean, Louisville did a really good job. Had a plan in place where they're sending guys, but it never phased him. He had 350 total yards or right under that, four touchdowns. He's just a special dude. And I think, what's interesting is I saw Jordan Reed put out his kind of mock draft or his most recent one, or maybe it was a top 10, whatever it was. He had Cam going fourth
Wow.
to the Oakland Raiders. So it's going to be fascinating to see just what this ends up, because that's where I think we are now. Like we're talking about big legacy type of things and getting everybody involved. I mean, Sam Brown was just electric. I mean, three catches, KG for 125 yards is nuts. Xavier Restrepo, steady Eddie. I mean, that guy's just one of the best receivers in the country. Seven catches, over 100 yards again, touchdown. It seems like he has a touchdown every single game. And then Miami able to run the ball. I mean, they ran it for 220 yards. I mean, that was awesome, to see the complete and total package that these guys had. So it's an interesting thing, to really look at. Seemingly, as you kind of brought it up, there's a controversial call. There is a hit that when it happened live, I was like, that's an incomplete pass. When I saw it from one particular angle, I said, "Oh shoot, that's a fumble." And they didn't call they called it a fumble on the field and they returned it for a touchdown. I mean, that is a game-changing play. What they were able to do in Louisville getting that going, and then they reversed it. They surely did. Three times in a row, it's been favorable for Miami. It is weird, and I know other fan bases hate it. I mean, they are going nuts on Twitter, KG. Even other people, other conferences chiming in.
Sure.
It is crazy. It absolutely is. And so I just want to hear what y'all think. Let us know in the chat. Was it a fumble? Was it an incomplete pass? It's really weird. And the only reason I have any hesitation, again, it's this one particular angle where it's kind of like a side front view, is right before his arm starts to come forward. To me, it looks like the ball's moving, which in my opinion that means it's a fumble. But again, there's a ton of other different views where it looks like he's throwing it. So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it. It's happening. Don't be
It's
shocked. It's
happening.
happening. So it's weird. It's really weird.
The fact that it's happened 3 games in a row and three very close games
Strange.
is just, I'm not sure we've seen something like that before.
No.
When I was watching it live, I said that's an incomplete pass. I
Yeah.
think that's an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
But and a few people came at me with this on Twitter, and I get it. You need indisputable evidence to overturn it. And the fact that they reversed it, that was odd. Like I thought it was an incomplete pass, but because of what it was called on the field,
Right.
I thought they're not going to overturn
Yeah.
this, which again is exactly what we thought in the Virginia Tech game. I thought it wasn't a catch, but
Yeah.
because they called it a catch, how
Yeah.
could they possibly overturn that? It
Right.
was a weird weekend, by the way, for overturning things, or at least reversing calls. The Texas game, that was crazy. If you throw enough beer cans, the SEC
No
officials
reversal.
will flip a call. But, in the end, Miami's getting it done. It adds more intrigue, it adds more buzz, it adds more discussion. Like we said, now the Virginia Tech play is different, but the
Yeah.
targeting play with Cal and this play,
Right.
there's no guarantee that leads to Miami losing, but obviously it would have led to, because then it would have been tied up, right? It would have led to a much more interesting game down the stretch. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how Miami keeps doing this, but Mac,
I
I
don't know.
do know what the people will say in the comments, because most of the people that watch or watching this right now who have thoughts on this game are Miami fans, and I think I know what they'll say, because when I said it was targeting
Right.
against Cal, we all know what they said. But Louisville fans, hey, we want to hear from you. Tell us what you think.
Yeah. If you're out there, let us know. So let's go to Louisville. Let's go on the other side. They were dominant on offense. They
Yeah,
did
it
a
was great.
really, really good job. It was fun to see. Pushing it through the air. Tyler Shuck threw it 51 times. I mean, they were unconscious. You had that massive 100-yard plus kick return to the house.
It was huge.
Brooks is just showing time and time again that he is an absolute monster as a receiver, and the things that he has been able to do. So I tell you what, the interesting thing. So great job, Louisville. You didn't finish, and I know whatever you wanted to get that done, but Miami's defense these last 3 games, bad,
Yeah,
not good, like absolute
I've been saying that.
liability. Yeah,
I've been worried.
it's suspect for sure. And what's going to be interesting is when you do play, another dog, whenever that's going to be. I mean, I'm looking at
Like
the
Florida
schedule
State
right
next
now.
week.
Yeah, for sure, like them. That would
What?
be the most ACC thing ever, by the way. If that, let me
Okay, when
just
you
say
play
this:
another
I'm not
dog,
going
when
to
you play
say,
Duke.
yeah, I'm not going to say I'm like eating anything or doing anything,
Oh, please don't.
but that will be the most ACC thing that could ever happen.
Yeah, it would,
Ever.
but Mac, there's no way.
Ever.
Florida State is so bad. They're
Ask Coach
so
Rick
bad.
in 2017 if he thought he was going to go to like 1-win
True.
Pittsburgh and
Pitt.
lose.
Yeah.
And he did. So anyway, we'll see. Yeah, I actually don't think they have it on the schedule. I don't think they have it on. I think it'll be if they play Clemson in the championship. That'll be the first time where you're like, hey, we've got to be firing on all cylinders. And Clemson does too. Don't get me wrong. Both teams have the ability to absolutely tear them down. But it'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting. With all that said, I think Miami is playing at a super high level. I mean, it's been really fun to
Offensively.
watch offensively because you
Yeah,
have a player like Cam Ward that's just he's unbelievable. He's one of the best, if not the best, in the country.
he is. And Restrepo, I know you mentioned him earlier, but just wanted to shout him out because he enabled me to go 4 for 4 on my underdog picks and win 42 US dollars, which means
US. Thank you for clarifying.
yes, which means I can go buy myself some Dayquil for what I'm dealing with right now. So that's obviously great. Very excited about that. But Restrepo is so freaking consistent. I
Yeah.
love watching him play. And if you need just one more pick to fill out your underdog picks, right? By the way, use our code GMPod. Put Restrepo on there and just pick any of them. Go
Any of
holler on like any of those things
Yeah.
because he
Close your
will
eyes
get
and
it
just
done.
point.
Yes, he will get it done.